Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Devasatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam bandhum langaite girim yat krupatam ham vande Sri Guru Dinatharine. Hare Krishna. So today we will start the new chapter, 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga. So this chapter actually is the last chapter of the middle sixth set of chapters, like from 7 to 12. And till now, Krishna has established the supremacy of Bhakti. He has also established how the devotees or his devotees who are trying to do the Keval Bhakti are greatest amongst the Gyanis or Yogis. So after showing the universal form, at the end, Krishna also told that Arjuna, it's better that you worship my human-like form. That's the best worship. So on the same theme, now Arjuna is asking this question to Krishna. So let us see this verse. Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna Vacha
Evam Satata Yukta Ye
Evam Satata Yukta Ye
Tasvam Paryupasate
BhaktastvamParyupashate
Ye Chapi Aksharam Avyaktam
Ye Chapi Aksharam Avyaktam
Tesham Ke Yoga Vittama.
Tesham Ke Yoga Vittama.
Please chat.
Arjuna Uvacha Evam Satata Yukta Ye Bhaktastvam Paryupashate Ye Chapi Aksharam Avyaktam Tesam Ke Yoga Vittamaha.
Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yukta Ye Bhaktasvam Paryupashate Ye Chapi Aksharam Avyaktam Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha.
Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yukta Ye Bhaktastvam Paryupasate Ye Chapi Aksharam Avyaktam Tesham Ke Yoga Vittama.
Okay, thank you very much. So translation and purport. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested purport. Krishna has now explained about the personal, impersonal, and the universal, and has described all kinds of devotees and yogis. Generally, the transcendentalists can be divided into two classes. One is the impersonalist, and the other is personalist. The impersonalist devotee engage himself with all energy in service of the Supreme Lord. The impersonalist also engage himself not directly in the service of Krishna, but in meditation on impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested. We find in this chapter that of the different processes of realization of the absolute truth, Bhakti Yoga, devotional service is the if one at all desires to have the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he must take to devotional service. Those who worship the Supreme Lord directly by devotional service are called personalists. Those who engage themselves in meditation on impersonal Brahman are called impersonalists. Arjuna is here questioning which position is better. There are different ways to realize the absolute truth, but Krishna indicates in this chapter that Bhakti Yoga or devotional service to him is the highest of all. It is the most direct and it is easiest means of associating with the Godhead. Second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Lord explained that living entity is not material body, he is spiritual spark, and absolute truth, the spiritual whole. In the seventh chapter, he spoke of living entity as being part and parcel of the supreme whole and recommended that he transfer his attention fully to the whole. Then again in the eighth chapter, it was said that anyone who thinks of Krishna at the time of quitting his body is at once transferred to the spiritual sky, to the abode of Krishna. And at the end of sixth chapter, the Lord clearly said that for all yogis, one who always thinks of Krishna within himself is considered to be most perfect. So in practically every chapter, the conclusion has been that one should attach to the personal form of Krishna, for that is the highest spiritual realization. Nevertheless, there are those who are not attached to personal form of Krishna. They are so firmly detached that even in preparation of commentaries to Bhagavad Gita, they want to distract other people from Krishna and transfer all devotion to impersonal Hare Krishna. Sorry, it got disconnected.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Sorry. So we were almost finishing the purport, right?
yes, Prabhuji.
12 Okay. So factually, there okay, we read this. He wants to know whether his position is secure. The impersonal manifestation, either in this material world or in spiritual world of the Supreme Lord, is problem for meditation. Actually, one cannot perfectly conceive the impersonal feature of absolute truth. Therefore, Arjuna wants to say, what is the use of such waste of time? Arjuna experienced in the 11th chapter that to be attached to the personal form of Krishna is best, because he could thus understand all other forms at the same time, and there was no disturbance to his love for Krishna. This important question asked to of asked of Krishna by Arjuna will clarify the distinction between impersonal and personal conceptions of absolute truth. So actually, this chapter, Arjuna is summarizing what we have seen till now in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna explained, like Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport, Krishna explained different types of yoga and also the goal of them. And but as per Arjuna's experience, or as per his desire, or as per his conception, that he cannot be attracted to the, say, universal form. Because when Krishna showed the universal form, Arjuna was fearful and he requested to show the normal form. So Arjuna himself is attached to the personal form, which is human-like form. So his attachment is that. But in the 6th chapter and the Krishna also Jnani his spiritual reality, and when he understands his spiritual reality, he understands the Brahman. He tries to focus on Brahman, and that way he can also achieve the spiritual realization. So that was also explained by Krishna. So now Arjuna is trying to make this point clear. What is the best? So in see, Arjuna's question is actually for him also and for all of us also. So after the Dwapar Yuga, when Kali Yuga was supposed to start, what should be the best way? Right? So in Kali Yuga, there will be people who don't believe in God. There will be people who don't believe in the personal form of God. But they will try to meditate on the Brahman. So many people nowadays we see that their concept is why you are worrying for the future. Nothing exists. We and God are one, like this. So we have to just merge into the existence of God. So there are so many different types of philosophies or concepts being put forward. So now Arjuna's question actually is to clarify this thing. So also his attachment to the personal form. He's clarifying that also. So he's asking Krishna, what is the Krishna judging him? He asks Krishna, what is the best? Those who worship you, or those who do bhakti means the service to you. So who don't do service to the personal form, but they try to understand our reality through jnana and realize the spirituality. So actually, to frankly, like Arjuna, what Arjuna is trying to say is, uh, if we don't serve the Supreme Lord and we say it is a spiritual thing, then what exactly it is? How it is spiritual? What is the greatest? So, because the intelligent man will try to do the best thing, they will not try to do the thing which is somewhat best or somewhat spiritual. We should do the thing that is completely spiritual, and that is our natural tendency of the soul. That is our, say, Sanatan Dharma. So Arjuna's question in the beginning of this chapter is to make it everything clear. So whoever tries to study Bhagavad Gita in this chapter, Krishna will make clear that even if you want to study Bhagavad Gita or you want to do spiritual practice and have the spiritual realizations, then what should be your best way to do that? So from the next verse, Krishna will start answering Arjuna's this very important question. So we'll continue our discussion tomorrow. There will be little bit disturbances in some days, but thank you very much for bearing with this, and we'll try to do as peaceful as possible from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So anybody wants to add anything? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So see you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare